putting you on assignment. Get off the stage.
Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Yes, we're back. Jim and Todd, the Take a Listing Today podcast. I'm Jim, and there's Todd.
And our wonderful producer and our VIP sweet Lisa Gray.
You know, I was thinking that the next show, let's start out going, and here's Lisa, and then I'll go, and over there is Jim and Todd.
Well,
let's try it that way.
I've got volume control over here, Jim.
Right, we got her on.
You just give me the signal and we can turn her volume down a little bit.
I can give the cameraman a 5. He'll just turn her camera completely off.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
You guys could be sitting over here, just share the chair. This is what we sit on half.
Wow.
I'll be over
After
here.
how many shows is she putting us through this?
Moving on. So don't forget, we also have a Instagram account at Take a Listing Podcast. At Take a Listing on Instagram. And there was another one, wasn't there?
Well, I mean,
Reading an old note? Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Apparently somebody left the old one in here, so we'll take that one down. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Take a Listing.
There you go.
Right?
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us today. We are up to show number 156, and today we will be discussing the important topic of seeing beyond the present, how perspective propels real estate success.
Ooh.
All right.
I love this topic, by the way, and I think it's perfectly timed specifically with the latest Fed increase. You need perspective, and you need to see beyond the present, you know?
Well, you do have to see beyond the present because you'd be very discouraged if you only looked at what's happening right now. You have to look at what's coming up.
Exactly.
All right. So I recently listened to Brian Buffini's Bold Predictions 2023 mid-year update, which is true. I did, but you did as well.
And
we all listened to it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
It was.
And we were all inspired by his perspective and convictions regarding the remainder of 2023 and what he predicts for 2024. It made us all contemplate the power of perspective in the success of any endeavor. There are always different viewpoints available on topics that matter. Plenty of economic and housing experts have weighed in on their predictions for the remainder of this year and in 2024. The only question that remains is, what viewpoints are you going to internalize? And what of those are you going to discard? And the answers all come down to perspective.
And you know what? That's incredible, because here's the truth. And when I watched him in that video, and you could see he was strong, he didn't have fear. And he interviewed that gentleman, I forget the economist that used to own a franchise. And it was so incredible because you mentioned interest rates in perspective over time. And he mentioned that, hey, if that's your job, it's almost like you have to quit watching the news.
Yeah.
You know, you have to just go to work. If somebody wants to buy, somebody wants to sell, then you just help them through the process. You can't get muddied up in your own mind. Right.
They're doing it enough for themselves. Homeowners and home sellers right now are getting scared enough by the news that they're watching.
Right.
You know, Brian, he actually is a real joy to watch. And it made me wonder, I did not follow him through that last recession, but I bet you any money that was his same state of mind. This guy has, a static perspective, and it's probably always about, all right, so what can we do about this? Because there are those that focus on the problem and there are those that focus on the solution. He is very focused on, let's find solutions and move on. There, as we know, we've learned since 2009 and the pandemic and, one thing after another, people are still buying and selling homes. It will always be that way.
Yep. And I'm on Facebook with a lot of our market dominator, a lot of our people. And you see every day, you see congratulations, picture of the homeowner. So around the country, great things are happening.
Well, and walk into the print shop of ProspectsPLUS.com and what do you see? I mean, just
boom, boom,
tons
boom.
of marketing churning out, boom, 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 off those printers all day long. Just sold, just listed. I mean, it's just tons.
Well, speaking of big names, Tom Ferry just mentioned one of his Facebook ads was direct marketing. He goes, old school marketing still works. Yeah. When everyone zigs, you zag.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of that. A lot of those old school techniques or tactics.
Right.
People are swinging. I'm seeing Inman talk about it as well. Get back to your CRM, go after your sphere. I just saw the other day, I don't remember the name of this, but I read this article, might have been on Inman, about a form of AI that you can use with your CRM where it'll sort through and find contacts in the CRM that have the home that are most likely wanting to sell.
Right.
An AI app.
Wow. How's it figure that out?
It's looking at
Probably years.
when they bought the last home. It's just doing all that sorting for you and bringing up your top.
Like probably 7 to 9 years been in home or something.
Your top most likely to sell contacts in there so that you can hit them first. Really interesting. If I can find the name of that, I'll put it in the show notes. But I bet you if you did a quick search, AI for real estate CRM.
We should do a show on that one day because I know there are a lot of tools. There's more coming.
I actually almost did the show for next week on that. Yeah, but I'll do the one after.
Because it's a very interesting topic to not depend on that whole thing and get away from the basics that you have to.
Yeah.
But use your resources to help you do those better.
And some of those really save time. I mean, the AI tools, they really save time.
It's only a matter of time before AI takes over for you and me, Todd. So
Right, exactly. We will be talking heads. Hello, today's topic is the following.
You'll be seeing robots up here, so enjoy the real thing while you can.
Right. Thank you.
So as you know, in the journey towards success, challenges are, of course, inevitable. They test our resolve. They push us outside our comfort zone and often force us to question our abilities. However, it is our perspective that determines whether we crumble under the weight of challenges or we rise above them.
Well, and that's like, and I close out a lot of talks and a lot of webinars with this. And we talk about all the time, like diamonds. How were diamonds created? With pressure. And it's kind of like they use the old example. If you squeeze an orange, what are you going to get? What's inside of it? So when people are squeezed, you're going to get what's inside of them. So you got to keep building yourself, work on your mindset, work on your game. Don't watch as much news and go to work, give yourself office hours, and you will win. There are deals. Sure, it's not normal. There aren't as many or it's not as plentiful.
Well, how often, and I know you've told stories about this, but in every industry and every form of athletics, we see people who come on the scene brand new, have no preconceived notions, right? They're just coming on with this perspective of, I'm excited to be a part of this and to win. They have nothing to take them down mentally, and they end up winning. They end up winning the big golf tournaments. They end up winning, at Wimbledon, and everyone's like, who is that person?
Right. Djokovic got knocked out.
Right. Yep. And you talked about when you were first a real estate agent at a difficult time, and you were really... Haven't you told stories about that?
Only 1 year in the business where I got 14 in a row listings. Right. Was I the best realtor? No, you didn't have the experience, but you knew, you knew objections, you knew to show up on time. You just knew to do all the little basics.
And you had perspective. You had the right perspective. You didn't have a history of things going wrong, a history of downtimes, a history of, whenever this happens with the Fed increasing, I know forget it. Now I'm not even going to try.
Right.
You had none of that.
Zero.
None of those preconceived notions. You went into it with fresh eyes, and man, do people win when they do that. So wouldn't it be an amazing thing if you got up tomorrow and you said, fresh eyes, man.
Right.
Fresh eyes. I'm putting the words fresh eyes everywhere, and I'm not going to think about anything going on
well
right
said,
now.
Yep.
I'm going to pretend right now is March of 2022, and the craziness, the craziness of the real estate that was going on at that time. I'm going to get up with that mindset. That's all I'm going to think about, and I'm just going forward with that. That's my perspective.
And mindset is half the battle. Tony Robbins told us in the past. He said, "Listen, learning how to do your profession is 20%. If you're a plumber, if you're a realtor, if you're a loan officer, a stockbroker, anybody can get their license, right?" What happens after that, it's not an equal playing field. Then it's mindset. How strong are you? How trained are you? How coachable are you to go to your broker, your manager, or he or she sends you to seminars? So it's the 80-20. That's where you really destroy everybody else.
Right.
Well, maybe you need a little training on empowering your perspective, which is why you've all have come here. Because we have 4.
That's a great idea.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have 4 ways to adopt an empowering perspective that will pave the way to achieving success regardless of challenges. So let's dive into that. Way number 1, embrace a growth mindset. Rather than viewing challenges as insurmountable obstacles, see them as opportunities for learning and personal development. By embracing a growth mindset, you can approach challenges with a sense of curiosity, seek solutions, and adapt your strategies to overcome those obstacles.
That's such great, perfect timing. I'm going to give 2 resources where I go to on YouTube if anyone needs help in this category. One is Alux. ALUX, ALUX. They have an app, but you can go to YouTube, get it for free. And it's so incredible. They do weekly videos, sometimes 2 or 3 during the week. And it's strategies to help future billionaires. It's all about mindset. So you can go to YouTube and find every episode for free. So that's ALUX. The other is David Goggins.
Oh my gosh,
that guy is... He's
sir.
Superhuman.
Reporting for assignment, sir. Yeah, he'll get that mind straight.
Yeah, you'll get out of bed pretty quickly. Once you put him on, you'll be like, oh, I should have been up 3 hours ago.
I'm sorry.
But talk about mindset. That's a good mindset. Realizing, okay, I am a future billionaire, so I have to start doing these.
It's almost like our podcast. Take a listing today. You know, ALUX it says we're the home of future billionaires. I mean, that alone is a mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're like the home of millions of fans watching us every week.
Millions of fans.
Yeah. I mean, if we can break 100, I'd be happy. But
right.
We're getting there.
There's 14. We're fine.
Just move the decimal point over. You got a little too far
doing
to
good.
the right. It just got to go.
Well, of course, that brings us to topic number 2. Find the opportunities in adversity. Perspective allows us to see beyond the immediate difficulties and recognize the hidden opportunities within challenges. Every setback presents a chance for growth, innovation, and self-discovery. Adversity often uncovers unexplored paths and possibilities. By shifting our perspective to focus on the opportunities within the challenges, we can transform setbacks into launching pads for success.
That is awesome. And as we hear every Tuesday, right, because we get to hear from Opportunity Knocks, they're going after every other division, and we all know this, it's easier said than done because when times get tough. But when your competition is pulling the reins back, and if they're paralyzed mentally, if you can push in stronger, your marketing is going to get 5 or 10 times because there's less going on out there. Just like we hear with all those other businesses, the landscapers, the roofers, the people pushing in knowing that their competition is pulling the reins back.
Well, and Harvard Business Review just did a study. In fact, I was reading their whole article on this, and they were talking about over time, they've watched brands that when the economy was down, inflation was happening, just a poor time happening in the country, that stayed leaning in, kept doing marketing, that they fared much better. They survived. Their numbers, their revenue numbers per quarter were much better. So there's definitely statistical proof that if you keep out there, you stay visible, even when times are tough, you will fare better as a business. You're going to do much better. So you want to stay out there. You want to just keep working it. Find a way. If your budget is smaller, then find the ways to stretch and make the most of whatever that budget is. Don't become invisible. Please don't become invisible. I'm going to put in the show notes. I'm going to make a note to do this. That article, because it's really incredible. Just talking about a major brands that failed when they disappeared and pulled back. Isn't that the first thing a company wants to do?
Right.
When revenue starts to get
to
get scarce, as they want to pull back on marketing, and it's a big mistake. And big companies have gone down doing it.
No mason jar today, Lisa?
You mean moonshine?
Right.
No moonshine. No, actually,
for those of you that can't see the show, that can just listen, we caught her sipping her supposed water in the back out of a mason jar.
No, it was actually iced coffee out of the mason jar. Get it right.
It looked like iced coffee.
Yes, of course. Otherwise known as a chocolate martini.
Right. Well, that, or you can't tell if there's a little whiskey in there because the same color.
You can't tell.
And then you yelled at me last week because I was making noise while I was drinking my McDonald's iced coffee.
You had ice in here. And I can't believe that you're drinking something from McDonald's, Lisa. I thought you were the healthy one.
Iced coffee is really good.
It is?
Oh,
yeah, it's just cream.
I didn't know that.
Cream and iced coffee, and it's a huge thing for like $1. I mean,
well, there's our McDonald's promotion.
Right. Okay, good.
Our sponsor, today's sponsor, McDonald's.
Wait, I thought our sponsor was the Third Eye Awakening pills.
Yes.
Great for everything.
Rossi.
If Rossi, our buddy Rossi told us about this years ago. He says you're walking around during the day, you have 2 eyes, and then your third eye is looking at you. So we found some tablets now to accelerate the process. And I know Rossi.
We're accelerating the process of growing your third eye? Is that what this does?
That's supposed to help us do what Rossi said. It's supposed to accelerate the process. Which
I don't know. All we know is that was like a Stephen King novel, what he wrote. talking about third eyes that are looking at you at
What's
night.
it say back there? Is it?
It says, if you have any medical conditions, do not take. Okay.
It's okay.
Well, that leaves everybody, I guess.
Okay.
Everybody's not able to
All
take
right.
that.
Moving on.
Anyway, no, I don't have any moonshine, and it is not the sponsor of today's show.
Oh, okay.
Lisa's moonshine.
Is this a real thing?
Yes.
Or did somebody make that up?
No, that's real.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to say about your point you just brought
It doesn't
up.
really say don't ever take that. I don't want to get sued
Right.
by the third eye company. All right.
It's kind of like planting the oak tree. When people get scared, like you just mentioned, they pull back the reins, and it's happening. I talk to people every day, right? It's very interesting, like plant the oak tree concept. We know the market's going to get normal. Is it 2 months, 6 years, 6 months, 2 years? We don't know that, but we know the market will get normal. When that happens,
Right,
who jumps
right.
in? The people that went away and drove Uber, who
Yep.
got other jobs, and now we're coming in. So you've got to be ready for this. So embrace this right now.
Right, right.
And you can plant the oak tree, whether it's your marketing campaign, whether it's door knocking, whether it's whatever your systems and forms of prospecting are. So when they jump into business, they're years behind you. You know, you're not like, I better start. There's all these people getting in.
Exactly. And that brings us up to step number 3. Cultivate resilience. A resilient mindset allows you to view challenges as temporary and solvable, something that I think Brian Buffini is brilliant at doing. Rather than being overwhelmed by failures or setbacks, see them as stepping stones to success. Embrace challenges as learning experiences. Adapt your strategies and remain determined to achieve your goals.
I love it. And I think everybody watching and listening has friends or colleagues and knows this, that anybody who's accomplished great things, whether it's friends, whether it's big people like Steve Jobs or even Elon Musk. I mean,
Oh
he
my
had challenges. They've all gone through this.
Over and over and over and over
Yeah,
and over again.
and they talk about that.
In fact, they're massive risk takers, and failure they just blow by it like they dust that up, brush that off
Right.
like it's a little mosquito on their shoulder,
That's
and
tough
just
to
keep
do.
moving forward.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say the entrepreneurs I've worked with in my lifetime, it's an amazing thing to watch.
Yeah.
They are resilient. They keep going. That's why they're so highly successful. You watch a biography on anybody who's had a level of greatness, whether it's an actor or a singer. Ow!
Whoa.
That was not me. Or
I didn't know you guys
or
could hear
my
that.
iced coffee.
We can hear that.
Okay.
We just
Sound
had
check.
We just had a hearing test, and that decibel is still working.
You're not stuck over there. You're doing fine, though. You're not stuck.
But yeah, anybody who's achieved any level of greatness, it's interesting when you watch their story, because I think there's this preconceived idea that, they had some help, they had money. I mean, you hear people say that, but but his dad was in the business or whatever it is. Yeah, there's plenty of people out there whose moms or dads or families came from money and they're doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Well, and even some of the best people in the world, right? Michael Jordan's story is he got cut. He did not make his high school basketball team. Think about
I know,
that.
how unbelievable.
So he could have gone home and said, well, that's not my thing. And he could have found another niche. But
Right.
wow, something kept him going. Then you become the best in the world.
Yeah.
What'd that do to the high school coach? Was he like afterwards? Wow, I guess I'm pretty bad at this.
They moved him down to JV.
All right.
All right, here
Number
we go.
4, final step. Harness the power of positive thinking. Positive thinking driven by a constructive perspective can significantly impact our ability to achieve success. It allows us to shift our focus from problems to solutions, inspiring creativity and innovation. By maintaining a positive outlook, we can tackle challenges with enthusiasm, attract positive opportunities, and empower ourselves to achieve extraordinary outcomes.
Was she messing with you? Look at she's losing it again.
I just saw.
I was going to just glance right over that. I already saw that. And I was going to say, nice try.
Look at that. She gets so happy when she thinks she upends you.
It wasn't intentional.
See,
I just saw it.
see, it's even funnier when she wasn't trying to one-up
Right.
me and she just really doesn't know how to type. And
Exactly.
then
It was a typo, and then she's
for
taking credit
some
for
reason
it.
is turning on the waterworks over there. So,
Right, exactly.
What's that word?
On your fourth point, can I interject?
please interject, Todd.
While Lisa's wiping up the mascara.
You need some
and
Kleenex over there.
reapplying.
Okay.
All right.
But a great book that's been around and everybody knows it. And I will tell you, this person has gone through resilience. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote The Power of Positive Thinking. I saw a video. He was working on his message. He and his wife were on vacation and he had some doubt. Mm-hmm. And he had some rough beginnings, and they were sitting on vacation on a park bench, he and his wife. She looked over at him. She goes, well, Norman, do you really believe in everything that you're talking about, all the work you've done? Yes, I do, honey, 100%. She goes, let's go up and pack up right now and go back and get this thing started. So he had some strength.
I love her.
He had some strength, but he had some self-doubt. He needed a little push, and then he became, so everyone's copied that book throughout time.
Sure. All right. Finally,
Remember,
which is what Lisa was laughing at.
The R is missing.
I'm going to just
you and I would have been fine without
I'm
it.
going to write in my own R. There we go.
Remember.
Remember, success is not defined by the absence of obstacles, but by our ability to confront them head on, armed with a powerful perspective. Embrace the power of perspective and let it propel you towards the remarkable achievements that await on the other side of challenges.
Well, and think about that. Like, here's what I like about that. Imagine you go on a listing appointment and don't get it. How many people have the guts or gumption to do an after action review? Like, for example, you could text, you could email, very gently, hey, thank you for having me over. What would have had to happen for me to get the listing? Mm-hmm. In other words, maybe you're going to get positive feedback and your client's going to help you up. They are going to list.
Right.
I mean, that's a...
if anybody ever reached out with that type of wording to me, I would be all over giving them whatever I could, honestly. Right. Unless it was something really weird, like you were just strange. You scared me, and I locked my door after you left. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that, but
you asked for a beer within 3 minutes coming over here. Okay, that was. You should have waited till the end.
You were already drunk. No, I would definitely respond honestly to that, right. And I think that's incredible to do something. I don't think there are people that would say, I'm not giving you
I think most would want to help, and they would feel a little bit of, well, they spent all this time. I did not pick them. They did their homework. They spent an hour getting ready, drove to the... So, I mean, that's a good strategy.
And you're either going to learn from it. I mean, you're going to get something really positive out of that feedback. And very often you may find out that, well, I was looking, I had the feelers out, but we really are going to end up using my brother-in-law, or you know what I mean? Right. You may find that whatever the reason was, you could not have controlled it. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean, I'm the victim. I never get anything because of these other outside influences. That's not the attitude to take when you find something like that out.
Right.
It's just the idea that there are things in motion very often that are outside of your control. And that's just a good thing to be always aware of, that, okay, maybe I could have done something better. Maybe there was nothing I could have done. Who knows? But let's move on now. Let's not get stuck in this place of, it's my fault, I suck.
Right, right.
You never want to have that mindset, do you?
Well, and you know what?
Right? I would imagine people walk away from those where they lose them.
They could.
And, like, I suck, I'm not doing anymore. And it could have had nothing to do with you. So,
right. Well, and I learned there's probably an app or something, like you wouldn't think a hair salon, right? But when I leave, you get a message, and I don't know what then, it says, well, you rate your service between 1 to 10 today. Mm-hmm. And then I think it's, 15, 20 minutes later, and it says, can you provide valuable feedback, how we can improve? And that really catches you, like you said, makes you pay attention, go, wow, these people really care. I mean,
especially if they're doing it every time. Yeah, It's impressive.
Right.
All right. Ooh. Well, hopefully we helped you out there, and you now know how perspective propels real estate success. So take those 4 tips. Lisa, I'm sure, has them in the notes, and you will be a real estate superstar. Speaking of real estate superstars, Todd, what do you have here?
Well, it's our most fun part of the show, where we get to give away money.
That's always a fun part of the show.
So we go to the print shop, as everyone knows, and we get real life postcards of our own team, our own people. I'm going to spread them for you. You pick our winner today.
Oh, we're doing this little opposite day today, huh?
We're having some fun.
All right. We'll go right here in the middle.
Oh, you did not pick that one, did you?
I did not. No, I did not pick that one. Oh, let's see here. Congratulations on your new home. We'd love to clean it for you.
Oh.
Okay, that's going far as a real estate agent, but okay.
So ProspectsPLUS also does cards for cleaning companies, which we are not going to call, because this show is about real estate. That's on our extra show, which is the cleaning company.
Pick one of those.
Let's just pick this one on the top here. All right, this is Wendy. She has a listing on Sandpiper in Louisiana. Let's call 504 559 4808. Is there like an echo in here?
I know it was echoing. It didn't the last time I did.
What is her name? Lindsay?
Wendy.
Hello.
Wendy. Hey, is this Wendy?
Hey.
Hey, this is Jim and Todd and Lisa with the Take a Listing Today podcast, calling on behalf of ProspectsPLUS.com. And we're calling you because we have a beautiful postcard that you recently mailed out with them for a just listed property on Sandpiper Drive.
Okay.
So we wanted to congratulate you, ask you a couple of questions about your marketing, and give you a chance to win $100 for just about anything on our website. Sound good?
Sounds good.
We do this once a show, and we have a great time, and we
You were picked at random out of a pile of postcards.
At
So congratulations, Wendy.
Well, thank you very much.
How long was this property on the market?
I just listed it. So maybe 3 days. Yeah, it's just listed.
Brand new. Very good. Incredible. Here, Lisa. And then what other campaigns or marketing are you doing right now in terms of this market?
Well, what y'all do for me is every time I put a listing in the MLS, y'all automatically send me an email to send out my just listed cards. And every time I change it to sold, you send me an email to remind me to do my just sold card. So I do those for every listing that I have. I also do a lot of social media listings, social media postings with my listings.
Nice.
I'm still old school. I still do newspaper. I have a newspaper ad that goes in every Saturday. And that's about it, really, that I can think of.
Do you have a specific farm that you focus on?
A specific farm? Is that what you said?
Yes.
No, I don't. There is one particular neighborhood, though, in my area that I do sell the most in.
Okay.
It was my old neighborhood, but I only farm them really when I have just listed, just sold activity.
Okay.
And these postcards, Wendy, are going out. You are actually on our MLSmailings.com service where it's automatic for you. As soon as you put it in the MLS, they go out. Is that right?
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Correct.
Great.
It is a great program because it allows the busy real estate agent to not focus on having to create postcards and mail them out and get mailing lists. It all just happens automatically.
And that's MLSlistings.com.
Mailings.
Yeah.
Right.
MLSmailings.com.
Yep. I don't have to think about it.
Exactly. Every single realtor should be on that no matter what.
I agree.
To Lisa's point, if you're not doing a farm, go to products and just see if this is for you or not. All the way down at the bottom will be Market Dominator. Watch that little video and just see if it's for you or not. But it's on
ProspectsPLUS.
Right on ProspectsPLUS.com, and it's it's the strongest thing. If somebody wants to hit mailboxes, it's the largest legal size, and it's team of writers. It's golden. She's been a trooper. I say we give her a
chance to win.
Let's give her a chance to win. So, Wendy, we have a gift card for $100. Good for almost anything on our website, ProspectsPLUS.com. But only if you can answer a simple Take a Listing Today podcast trivia question.
Simple, according to Jim, who makes the questions.
Are you up for that?
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Lisa and I don't call these questions simple.
No. They might give you a headache.
Yes.
Just be prepared.
You might need an Excedrin afterwards, but
There will be no permanent harm from these questions. Wendy, what I will do, I will read you the question and 3 possible answers, and all you have to do is give me the correct answer. Ready?
Okay.
Here is your question. Dump, floater, and wipe are terms used in what sport? Is it A, badminton, B, water polo, or C, volleyball?
Okay, well, we all know what we think it is.
I didn't hear the question. Don't what?
I like that. Buy yourself
That's all
time.
right.
Buy yourself time. You're doing the right thing.
The terms are the terms are dump, floater, and wipe. Those are terms used in what sport? Badminton, water polo, or volleyball?
I'm assuming water polo.
That's
All right.
my assumption too. I don't have the answers. Jim, be good to her.
All right, let's see water polo.
I knew it.
Oh,
You know
trick
what?
question.
It's going to be badminton because floater probably is when it's like way up there.
Wendy, that was a trick
You
question.
know, it was because I'm thinking floater would be something floating on the surface.
Badminton.
Yeah.
Oh.
Volleyball there's a floater?
Volleyball.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Volleyball has a floater.
Are you sure you didn't just write that question down and then read it?
I'd say we give Wendy another
I-
chance, Lisa. Should we give her another chance? Because, all right, Wendy?
Floater?
Thank you. That'd be awesome.
Yes, pretend that question didn't happen there. Lisa and I didn't understand it either.
We're wiping it from our memories.
I know. All right. Wendy,
Jim?
I got a good feeling about this one. Let's try this question. Where do peanuts grow? A, on a tree. B, underground. C, underwater.
Use your phone. Use your phone.
Hey,
That was inside your mind saying that.
we're not going to
Right,
encourage
right.
cheating here.
No, I was doing what Lisa did a few weeks ago. You got to help people sometimes.
She was doing that.
What are the three
So
answers?
It's under.
Jimmy Carter was a farmer, so we should know how
He
they...
was a farmer in Georgia, right?
a peanut farmer in Georgia.
Right.
So what are the three?
Peanuts grow on a tree, underground, or underwater.
I know that there's something
Okay.
weird going on with cranberries where they get them. Do you ever watch that? Where they
No.
get them out to actually get them into trucks. They're moving them through water. It's bizarre. I don't know what's.
What do you think, Wendy?
My guess is underground.
Underground.
That's what I think too. Is it kind of a
I do
root?
too.
Like a...
All right. Well, luck be with you. Show us underground.
Oh, wow.
Peanuts grow underground. Todd, what does Wendy win?
Wendy, you are going to receive a gift card for just about anything on Prospects Plus for $100 and some swag from the amazing Take a Listing Today podcast. Thank you for being a
Awesome. Thank you
trooper.
so much.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
Thanks.
day.
Bye-bye.
She was fun.
Guess you're never going to see a tree with peanuts growing on it, right? If they grow underground.
You know, I was thinking. I swear I've seen peanuts in the shell where you see that little like root
Right,
coming
it's
off
kind of
them.
it's kind of like a grape, a
Yeah,
grape,
yeah,
a
yeah.
root, a vine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. There you go. You probably want that.
I do.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cheers, almost tip
Oh,
over here.
careful, don't fall.
right.
I'll lean over and catch you if you
Well,
do.
there we go. So there is Seeing Beyond the Present, How Perspective Propels Real Estate Agent Success. Thank you very much, Lisa. Anything else that we need to talk about?
No, that's it. Just go out there with gusto.
Make it
Yeah.
happen, you guys.
Gusto.
Go stronger than ever before.
Right. And
Fresh
see us
eyes.
next week.
Fresh eyes.
Fresh eyes.
With fresh eyes.
Fresh eyes. Bye-bye.
Fresh eyes. Fresh eyes.
Fresh eyes, and we're out.